How are you?
Doing great. And you're with the United Way. I should probably tell people that.
I am. I'm Kevin Mellner. I'm the executive director for Tri-County United Way.
Tri-County United
And
Way.
we call it Tri-County because we serve Oconto County and Marinette County here in Wisconsin, as well as Menominee County up in the UP.
That's wonderful that you cover it. That's a big coverage area.
Yeah, it's a large area. Most of it rural, right? I mean,
Yeah.
other than kind of Marinette, Menominee, Peshtigo is kind of the big hub, but it's spread out.
It is.
And there's, about a third of the families in these three counties are either at the poverty level or they're at what we call ALICE, which is Asset Limited Income Constrained Employed. So they're working. It's not, they might have two jobs, but they just are barely making ends meet. So when something unfortunate happens, the refrigerator goes out, the car breaks down, they just don't have the money and they need help just to get back on their feet.
Right.
So a third of our population is struggling, and we're trying to work with agencies to help them.
It's almost like I've heard that it's called the missing class. Have you heard that?
I have not.
So it's almost like what you're talking about. It's like you're low to middle class, but you make enough to where you don't you're not eligible for the benefits, but you don't make enough to be able to make ends meet.
Right. I mean, that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
When somebody's working hard,
Yeah.
like I said, could be 1, 2, 3 jobs, and they're just getting by. And then when they have an issue, we're trying to work with different agencies to help
Yeah.
people that get caught up in that situation because it's not their fault. It's just the circumstances, and with inflation the way it's been,
Yes.
since COVID, things are way more expensive.
Oh my gosh.
No matter what you talk about. So that's very unfortunate, and wages in a lot of cases haven't kept up.
Right.
So it's made it even more
It's
difficult.
very difficult. I mean, even for my husband and I, it's just us now. Kids are gone, and we're feeling it. Grocery stores.
Right,
We're
right.
spending
So-
the same amount of money.
So our focus is on basic needs, right?
Okay.
Because people don't have food and
Right.
shelter, nothing else really matters. So that's really the focus, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the agencies we
Yeah.
support and try to help those in need.
So what is it exactly that you do? You just kind of collaborate? And...
Yeah, I spend a lot of my time, and again, I work part-time. I do this on a part-time basis. I have one other part-time employee. We try to keep our expenses as low as possible, but most of my time I spend collaborating with whether it's the health departments in the different counties, working on transportation issues. We've had some success in Oconto County, where Oconto County Transit was set up, and people can get rides, very inexpensive. So that's an awesome program. So just different things trying to fill those gaps in the community.
Right. Oh my gosh. I think Marinette has transportation as well. I think
They do, but it's a little different. So
Is
when I
it?
say that, the Oconto County Transit covers the whole county.
Oh.
Now they spend a
okay.
majority of their time in Oconto, the city of Oconto, and Oconto Falls.
Okay.
But then they have routes every week, different routes to different parts of Oconto County.
Oh.
So although we've got some transportation in the city of Marinette, it doesn't go up. I live up near Wazaki.
Doesn't
There's
go up that way.
yeah, there's nothing in those areas. So if you live in a rural area and you don't have
Yeah.
transportation, you can't get to your medical
No.
appointments, you can't get to the grocery store, you can't socialize, right? So you
No.
become isolated.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of transportation. Again, if you don't have an issue with it, you don't even think of that. But
No.
those that do have an issue with it, it's really a hard gap to fill in these rural communities.
It is. It is.
So we're looking for different ways to help with
to
that.
feel that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, even if you're, I know what it's like to be without a vehicle even for a day and you're lost. I
Right,
couldn't
right.
imagine what it's like to not be able to even make it to work, without a vehicle or doctor's appointments or even getting your children to school or them to an appointment.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
hard.
challenging, right? I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't have transportation, it's hard to have a job, right? I
Definitely.
mean, it's hard to, unless you live in one of the cities and
Right.
smaller cities. if you're in a rural area, you have to have a vehicle of some sort. And there's some different programs. New Cap helps with some of those type of programs, helping people get into their own transportation. So that's kind of exciting
Oh,
too.
wow. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, what about emergency food and shelter?
So Tri-County United Way has been managing that program. It's a federal government program. So unfortunately, right now it's in limbo given the
Right.
current administration. But prior to this, we've managed over $1.6 million in these 3 different counties. So the money, we work with the federal government to get the money allocated to a county. It's very county specific. And then once that happens, we put out a public notice so people are aware of it, the different agencies that provide food or shelter.
Okay.
They apply. There's an independent board for each county then that decides on who gets what of that funding. And
okay.
of course, there's never enough to go around.
No.
So it's, we do our best to work with those committees to allocate it as fairly and evenly across the different counties because we want to, there's food pantries in all areas of these counties.
Yeah, and they are being used. They're needed, and they're doing food drives all the time.
Right.
At different events, they're always asking, bring a donation of some sort. So, yeah.
Yeah. So anything people can do to whether it's dropping off food or funding to the different food banks in the area. Again, until you have suffered from food insecurity, you don't know what it means.
No.
And, I came from the for-profit world. I retired from sales marketing career. And it's been very enlightening to get a better understanding of our communities and the struggles that some people have.
Yeah, there's a lot of people struggling in our communities, and I don't think a lot of people are really aware of just how much there is.
I mean, I know in my personal case, right, is I was running so fast between work, family, friends, and everything I was doing. I didn't, never stop to see what was really going on in the communities that I lived in. So now that I've got into this nonprofit role, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So it's been actually very rewarding for me to join Tri-County United Way.
That's wonderful. That's so cool. And sometimes it's hard because you don't know if it's going to be like a right fit for you, and it obviously is.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I'm coming up on 3 years, so
That's awesome.
time flies.
It does, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. So what is 211?
Well, 211, unfortunately, is kind of this best kept secret, but 211 is a 24/7, 365 call center. There is always somebody to answer the call, and it's local calls. This doesn't go to some overseas call center. If you're it's operated by the state of Wisconsin, United Way, and then it's called UpCap in the UP.
Okay.
But when you call, you get a person, and they can refer you to different resources. One of the things that we found is that a lot of people that need resources don't know where to find them.
Right.
And they might be available, they just can't get connected.
Right.
So 211 is there to connect them via the phone, or if you want to, you can go to look it up online.
Okay.
211 Wisconsin, 211 Michigan, and that will let you search for resources. If you can't find what you need, then I would encourage you to call.
Okay.
But it's completely confidential, it's completely free, and it's available all the time.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great
I love
resource.
that. Yes.
So let people know. If you know somebody that might need, whether it be food, shelter, housing assistance, it could be mental health challenges. I mean, that's a huge issue in our community.
Oh yeah, that and the LGBT or LGBTQ plus community. Do they cover that as well?
They do.
Or find the resources.
Yeah,
like
they
that?
can help them find resources.
Okay.
And we are, we talk about United is the way, or Live United, and we welcome all of the communities.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful because. That's a struggle in our community as well.
It is. Unfortunately, again, people don't understand,
No.
right? So I'll be careful what I say here, but everybody deserves to be treated with respect and have every right. Everybody deserves all the same rights,
Exactly.
and our differences just shouldn't matter. Actually, we should embrace those because it makes us stronger,
I always told my kids everybody's different.
right?
Everybody's different. So just treat them how you would want to be
Right,
treated.
and nobody's perfect, right? We
Exactly.
all have, we all have our weaknesses,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, you could spend
Definitely.
all day on that
Oh,
one.
definitely. And you also do grants.
Yeah, so one of the things we do, we work with some of the local companies to do fundraising. So we have to raise funds
Oh, yeah.
so that we donate them out, or we call them impact grants. So we
Okay.
try to look, our board, we have a volunteer board. And by the way, if anybody's looking to join the board, we have 9 members. I'd like to get up to 12.
Oh, nice.
And it's a pretty, it's a virtual meetings that we have, so you don't have to, drive anywhere. And
That's nice.
love to have anybody just looking for somebody that wants to roll up their sleeves
Yeah.
and help the community.
That's wonderful. Did they just get a hold of you then?
Yeah, they can
Okay.
get a hold of me at Kevin at tcunitedway.org.
All right.
So it's Kevin at tcunitedway.org. And but so we go through this impact grant process, and beginning every year we announce that so the different agencies throughout the 3 counties can apply for grants.
Oh, nice.
And then the board goes through a process, a review,
Right.
and decides who we can grant how much funding out to. So just I want to give you an idea who
Sure.
we
Yeah.
grant funding to. So 16 different agencies this year. CASA, which is of Marinette and Menominee, that's court-appointed special advocates for our youth that need help, right?
Yeah.
So they're legal guardians or their parents are caught up in the legal system,
Yep.
and so these people help protect the rights of those children.
Right.
And
right.
so
Such
they're
a
just
great
awesome,
organization.
and it's all all volunteers. Awesome organization. Communities that care of
Oh,
Marinette,
another
Menominee,
great one.
right? Focusing on our youth. The Crivets Area Food Pantry.
Oh, another.
The Dar Boys and Girls Club over
Another
in
great
Menominee, right? Dementia Friendly Community Coalition of Marinette County. We all know dementia's a significant issue.
no.
For the first time this year was the Einstein Project. So there's an Einstein Project in Green Bay, and the grant, we're trying to help them create a mobile unit so
Yeah.
that they can be up here in the Tri-County area.
Wonderful.
Another new one on the list is Encompass Early Education and Childcare in Oconto Falls.
Cool.
So they opened up a facility there, and we helped a little bit there. And then the Healthy Youth Coalition of Marinette, Menominee
Yeah,
counties,
they're good
again,
too.
helping our youth. Awesome organization. Kingdom Come Food Pantry in Oconto Falls. Marinette County Commission on Aging, and that's in Crivets. They do the Meals on Wheels program
Yep.
up there. They also have a little cafe. So again, helping the elderly socialize a little bit.
I sat and had dinner with them one day, or lunch. What a great group.
Yeah, another great organization. Pastor Fred's Food Pantry up in Amberg. Really neat program at Pioneer Presbyterian Church. It's called Baby Care Hope. They created that program, I think, about 3 years ago, and it's to help young mothers with diapers, formulas, and they've expanded to some clothes and things. So awesome volunteers there.
Oh my gosh.
You
That
know,
gave me
helping
goosebumps.
young mothers get off and their
Yeah.
infants get off to a good start.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Rainbow House,
Yes.
Domestic Abuse Services, they've done a fantastic
Oh,
job,
yeah.
and actually one of the leaders in the state with some training and things that they've done. St. Vincent de Paul
Oh, yeah.
of Menominee. We didn't fund, well, we do some funding with Marinette as well. And of course, they've got a new building and a food pantry,
Yeah,
which is
their food pantry.
awesome, separate
Yep.
from the store. The Nurses Nook, they focus on fem hygiene type
Yeah,
products, things
yep.
like that, and that's in Oconto County nonprofit. And then the last one is UP Foster Closet over in Menominee that provides clothing to, kids that get caught up in the foster system. So
Yes.
it's bad enough they get caught up in that system, but then, not to have nice clothes to
Clothes.
wear, because back when I was young, right, you go to
I know.
school, and the kids are hard on one another. So it's a pretty cool program they got going
Yeah,
there.
and they also sometimes have they'll get cribs and mattresses and beds, or they will give you a gift card or whatever to go purchase them. So they will set you up
Yeah,
with
so
everything you need.
we have a lot of wonderful organizations,
Yeah.
right, in this Tri-County area. And then one of the things that we do, we started last year. So in
Yes.
2025, we created a give and get back coupon book.
Love it.
So for our donors, if you donate $52 or more, dollar a week, right? Not a
Right.
significant ask for most of us. You get a free coupon book. There are 36 coupons in
That's
there.
awesome.
If you used them all, you'd have $900 in value. Obviously, no one's going to use them all, but nonetheless, you get that with your $52 donation. You can go to our website, www.tcunitedway.org. Again, www.tcunitedway.org. You can make a donation there, and we'll mail you out a coupon book.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we had some awesome sponsors this year, and
Yeah, who'd you have?
so we have. Well, I'll just pick a few out here.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
pick a few
call
out
out to Tacoma Sequins Cheese.
Yeah,
They
yes.
sponsored us. Have a coupon in there. Hunter's Glen Golf Course up in the Crivets area.
nice.
Iverson's Piggly Wiggly in O'Connell Falls. Quick Trip. Lithocrafter Printer printed this in kind for us.
Yes.
They have a coupon in here.
Nice.
LaFaro's grocery
Ooh,
store, Luigi's Pizza, and they donate some office space to us.
Nice.
The one in Peshigo there. So a whole bunch of different things all over the Tri-County
That's
area. So
awesome. You're covering it all.
yeah, and so the other thing about this is a free marketing opportunity for our for the companies that got involved with it.
Right.
So we're excited about that. We'll start working on this in July already,
Oh
so
my
we have it ready
gosh.
by the end of the year. But essentially, any business that wants to support this, we work with them. There's no cost to them, and there's no third party working on this. There,
Okay.
a
It's
lot
just
of the
you
coupon
guys.
books you see in the Tri-County area. There's a third party company working on it,
Mm-hmm.
and they're making some money off this. No one's making any money off this. And the only cost of the business is the cost of the coupon redemption.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the business gets to decide what
they
the
want.
coupon is.
Yeah.
And then any redemption they get, they cover that. But the cost of, we work with them to create the coupon. We get it printed, right? We distribute it.
That's
So it's a free
awesome.
marketing
Yeah.
opportunity. And it's a nice way for the people that are donating and understand the need in the community for them to see the businesses that care and want to give
Yeah.
back and help us in our mission.
That's so cool. Can I
So,
see that really quick?
Sure.
I want to show everybody this again. Everybody. Here you go. Oh, you know what I got to
All
do?
you need to do is go to our website and you can get yours.
Yeah, this is awesome. Hang on one second.
The
I
Pillow
gotta-
Top Mattress Factory down here, that's one of the better ones, right? Because we all know
Yes.
mattresses are expensive.
Here we go.
They were a generous supporter, so it's pretty cool.
This is
There's
really cool.
there's a list of the coupon sponsors on our website. We don't have the actual values. Just didn't want to have any risk of anybody trying
Oh
to
my
create
gosh.
something. But
Oh, you got the Phoenix too.
yeah, we have a lot
You
of
have a
great
lot.
companies that supported us, and our goal is to double that next year. I'd love to have at least 70 coupons in there.
Yeah. Oh, here's
Uh,
the Pillow Talk.
If you're a
Factory.
business, yeah, there it
Right
is.
there.
Right. I mean, I think is it
It's
$100? I
yeah.
can't read it from here. Sorry.
It's $20 off any bedding accessory,
Yeah,
or
there's a-
10% off any mattress.
Right, 10% off a mattress. That's a lot of money. It's easy. A
Wow.
mattress can easily run $1,000
Oh, yeah.
or more.
Or
so
more,
you're talking
depending on what you're
$100
getting.
there.
Yeah.
So so we're hoping we can get more sponsors and of course more donors.
Definitely,
Right? And it's
definitely.
it's kind of a win-win, right?
Oh
It's a
my
win for our
gosh.
donors and it's a win for those companies that may get some new customers in the door
Definitely.
as well. That see this coupon and say, hey, I'm going to go try that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, because a lot of these people have maybe never stepped into the store before.
Right.
And this gives them that opportunity. They're
Right.
going to save some money. And
Exactly.
they're going to go check it out. I mean, that's what I would do. I mean,
Yeah, especially
you
I,
know.
I think like the bars and restaurant kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
thing, the food, coffee, whatever, things that people might drive from Marinette over to Menominee
Oh,
or vice
yeah.
versa, just
Oh,
because,
yeah.
hey, I'm going to go try this place.
Definitely.
And then if you have good food, good service, then people will come back.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely. That's just the way it is. But,
Right.
But you get them in the door with that coupon and you got them hooked.
Right. So we have information about this on the website if you're a business. And then, of course, we have information on there as to how to donate some money to all these different causes that we support and get your own coupon book.
That's awesome, Kevin. Wow. You guys got a lot going on.
We do. It's a little challenging to do what I do part-time, but I do
bet.
my best to, have as big of an impact as I can. And
Yeah.
so it's been fun. And my office manager, Melanie, has been a fantastic addition
I
to the
bet.
team, and she does a lot of the heavy lifting.
I bet. Yeah, you're out pounding the pavement and she's back at the office.
Yeah, we're going to get her out a little bit
Oh,
more.
yeah.
But she does go to some, we
Does
go
she?
to different community events.
Good.
I think there's one, I'm trying to, well,
They have the
Beals.
one tonight for the M&M Children's Museum.
Yeah, that one we're not going to, we're
gonna do
not
that one?
involved in activities so much.
Oh, okay.
But we'll go to the different, there's a back to school event with the backpacks. We'll
Yep,
be at that.
yep.
And there's a senior event coming up at
Yeah.
the Marinette Rec Center. We'll be at that.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to places where we can let people know about us, what we do, and certainly let them know about 211.
Oh,
One
yeah.
last plug for
Oh,
that,
yeah.
right? So that, if people are in need of anything, they can call 211 and get a hold of a resource that will kind of walk them through what might be available in their area.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have ideas for you, but I'm not going to. My brain goes in like 20 different directions and it's like ding, 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 ding. So, but anyways, well, I want to say thanks for coming on in. It's been a hot minute since I've seen
Yeah,
you.
it's a great to see you
I
again.
know.
And it was a hot weekend,
I
but it was.
wasn't it? It was.
But
it
we
was
got
not-
through it,
I
and
know.
looks like it's going to warm up again for this
Oh,
weekend.
I
But
know.
hopefully we're done with this
This
almost
heat.
100-degree weather, and
This is-
heat index north of 100. And again, that's really hard. And going back to the people that we're trying
Mm-hmm.
to serve is. If you don't have air conditioning, I encourage people check in on your neighbors and things like
Yeah.
that because
See if
when
they
you don't have
a
air
fan or
conditioning when it's
something.
that hot, it's very difficult to be comfortable, to sleep,
Yeah.
to do much of anything.
Even if your neighbor has a vehicle, take a ride to a store or something and cool off. A lot of people will go to Walmart
Right?
and just wander around just to get cool.
Yeah.
But anyways.
All right. Well, thank you for having me
Well,
on.
yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun, and you're going to come back because we're going to look at that schedule.
All right.
So,
Let's do that.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.